Okay, so I'm going to start the program and just tell you. You're so funny, Elizabeth. Okay, so my name is Kelly Martin. I'm an area manager with Arbonne International, and in my previous life, I have a doctorate in pharmacy, and I have completely embraced this program from Valerie and the Simply Fit, and I think I'm getting ready to start my 6th group. So I've had over 60 or 70, I don't know, maybe even 80 people go through this program and had huge success. It has really helped my business. It's how I teach my team because they help a lot and I involve them. But mainly it's given me a way to actually tell people more in a very concise and organized manner. Sometimes I'm a little off on that one. But a little bit about me. 13 years ago, I had the birth of my daughter, and my hormones were completely a mess. Postpartum depression, cystic acne, you name it, I had it. In fact, my husband was worried that I was going to run away and never come back after she was born. So I went on an antidepressant. Even being a pharmacist, I thought that was the way I was supposed to go. Went through thousands of dollars and all kinds of treatments, from a dermatologist to, what else did I do? Oh, hormone doctor. Nothing worked. It was horrible. So I was intrigued with Arbonne, and I started healing myself from the inside out, and that's where most of my passion comes from. And then when I was 40 and had my son, I had a huge issue with the weight that I got during pregnancy. It didn't come off like I was at 30, and I was horrified. People I know now, I just saw one girl on my team, and I'm like, you don't understand. I'm this skinny person screaming to get out of this fat body, and you just don't even, you never knew me before. So my goal is to educate and inspire people to invest in their health today so that they don't have to go through that horrible thing like I did. And so if you guys will bear with me for just a second, and I also have to apologize, in the South we say that I look rode hard and put up wet, and that's true because I've been running all over and just came in to do this for Valerie. So I'm going to try to make me smaller, but I don't know how. So give me just 1 second, and then I'll start with the presentation. Here we go. Okay, so Simply Fit, Valerie's been working hard on it, and she's actually updated a few things, and I just love it. But Simply Fit is an effective system for achieving long-term weight management and restoring health and wellness. The system was developed by a task force of mission-minded men and women passionate about helping others. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Okay, sorry about that. And task force of mission-minded men and women passionate about helping others, and is based on leading scientifically accepted nutrition practices. Our clients' results consistently include a dramatic loss of body fat, increased energy, and generally improved health. Her inaugural group lost 463 pounds and 169 inches. As exciting, numerous people have eliminated medications. I know on my team, I've had several diabetics taper down most of their medicines, if not completely get off. I've had people be able to get off their antidepressant medicine. We have converted them over to the ProLeaf and the PhytoProLeaf instead of the hormone replacement therapy, and everyone is just thrilled with the program. And at the conclusion of this program presentation, you'll have the opportunity to ask me some questions. So this is what we tell people: if you will commit to this program and follow it closely, you can expect to feel better and look better. You will want to learn how to make this your lifestyle. That's what I love about this program. It is so different than anything else you've ever tried because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Once you understand your relationship with food, then you are able to have the power over that food, and you are able to sorry, I just saw that open the attending list. I think I just did. Did I do that? Did I open the attending list? You will actually be able to know what foods you should and should not have. And that is huge. When you are able to see the effect that some of these foods have on your body, You will be amazed and shocked that you've suffered and put up with this for so long. So let me go to the next slide here. Did you know? This is mind-boggling to me that we are experiencing the collision of a multitude of significant factors which have led to this global health epidemic. And the trend reaches across all socioeconomic groups. It is not, we do not have clusters of this in any certain group of people. It is society-wise. 6 out of 10 Americans are overweight. 36% of adults and 30% of our children are obese. Globally, we are 30% more obese than undernourished. I think that is just sad. Obesity has become the leading cause of preventable death. And then you think about, well, what are we missing? Because even with this trend towards obesity, and there's more and more knowledge available and techniques, and everyone's got a gym and everyone's got a plan, and you spend $60 billion annually on wellness in the U.S. alone, spent on gyms and books and products. Even with these tools, the numbers are increasing. You know, it boggles my mind. The U.S. spends more on health care than anywhere in the world, but we're like ranked 32nd next to Serbia. I find that atrocious. I really do. I find that horrible. And so you ask yourself, what's the disconnect? The question led us to ponder is what we know or what we don't know that is stealing our health. The statistic of by 2015, nearly 80% of our country will be obese. I think it's actually a national security issue because I mean who can if we're attacked or whatever, we're going to be too fat to do anything about it, honestly. And nutrition is an upper level science. It's very complicated. It is a combination of so many upper level sciences that most people don't have the time or the patience for it, or the attention span, to be quite honest. And our goal is to accelerate the learning curve and help you find out once and for all how to feel better, live fully. And Simply Fit is not about willpower, because the willpower is stacked against us. The chemicals are stacked against us. It's about knowledge. And ladies and gentlemen, we are entering an era of self-care that we're going to have to take care of that ourselves. Do you know what you're eating? Because I'm telling you right now, you do not. And they want it that way. The major companies want it that way. And in the last 50 years, we have changed more of what we eat than in the last 10,000. So our bodies are not adapt for all these new chemicals. The food industry is comprised of big agriculture, mammoth food production companies, and a savvy retail network that works together to grow, harvest, and produce, market, and sell all these conventional foods. And basically, they're just preying on the uninformed or the ignorant. There are no seasons in today's produce market. Tomatoes, when they're not grown locally, they're picked halfway around the world while they're still green. You know, most of the nutrients and vitamins are placed into the plant and they're made in the last stages of development of that produce. And so you skip all that when you ship it across the country or across the world. The food must travel well, and it must sit on the shelves or inside refrigerated cases for weeks or months at a time, which is made possible thanks to preservatives and food additives, of which none of that has been tested for safety. So big ag plants crops with genetically modified organisms. Now, I'll be honest with you, being in the healthcare, I really didn't believe all this. I thought it was just a bunch of, tree hugger nonsense. But the more I find, the more horrified I am, and the more I am determined to keep my family and my friends safe from these horribly untested products. So what they do is they basically take genetic Russian roulette, and they just shoot some genetic material at the DNA of a plant and hoping to get the gene expression that they want. However, no one knows what else comes out of that. And there are very bad things that come out of that no one is really too interested in testing for safety. And so these GMOs are yielding crops that grow bigger, faster, and more resilient to insects. And so instead, these crops are making their own pesticides. So you're eating their own pesticides. It's mind-boggling. It's horrifying. And then you also irradiate everything, and then you kill, when you irradiate something to keep you from getting a foodborne illness, then you also kill everything that's good in that plant. So you're eating a dead food. Our livestock is regularly treated with hormones and antibiotics. Artificial flavors, colorings, and preservatives such as sodium high fructose corn syrup, that's my nemesis right there, are added in the production process. You know, there's high levels of mercury in high fructose corn syrup. I mean, and it's in almost all these kid products. It's a heavy metal that's never excreted unless you do a process of chelation or detoxification to get it out. So it's with us for our entire life. Retailers, answers, they came to the call. They answered our time crunch by providing us with convenient packaging and microwave meals. Seriously, if you do anything else, don't microwave your food, because you are actually killing everything. When you speed up molecules to make things hotter, you destroy every vitamin and nutrient in that food. So you're just getting empty calories at that point. It's not even worth it. So we basically have left our food supply 75% less nutritious, causing us to be overfed yet undernourished. This is perfectly what I've been talking about. I mean, honestly, there's a big campaign to try to get the food companies to at least label the food that there's genetically modified foods in there. So far, not so much. But I think if the states can get it at their level, that might be productive.